where a party makes use of a patented invention in a creation of their own, absent the permission of the patent holder, that party is found to have committed a prohibited act of patent infringement. In testing for patent infringement, the approach which was considered for a number of years was that which was outlined in Roddy and Weinberger AG and Henry Schau, which outlined that all essential integers of the patent must have been taken by the infringing party, which was established through a question of fact. This was recognized as the pith and marrow approach, which held that a defendant will not escape infringement by adopting immaterial variations or altering the form of such an invention in a way where the mutilation or accidental form is a disguise for a product of the same substance. This approach was keenly examined in the case of Catnic Components Limited and Hill & Smith Limited. Catnic had a patent for a steel lintel, which was used to provide structural support over door or window openings, with the primary specification of the patent being that the lintel was to extend vertically. In the creation of a markedly similar lintel, Hill & Smith altered the lintel slightly so that it extended upwards at a slant of 6 degrees. The slant itself provided no material difference in functionality, and Catnic sued Hill for patent infringement. In his speech, Lord Diplock made clear reference to the test for patent infringement being whether all essential elements of the patent have been taken. Lord Diplock surmised that this was a question of fact, identifying that a patent specification is a unilateral statement by the patentee, which is designed to clearly identify all of the essential elements of the patent. Lord Diplock further identified that a purposive approach must be taken in ascertaining whether an essential element of the patent has been infringed upon, with a basis upon the intention of the patentee. This intention is determined with relation to a class of persons whom the patentee was addressing in the claim. Lord Diplock analogized that the intention of the patentee was based upon whether one who was skilled in the art of building operations would view a slight inclination as essential to the function of the feature as a whole. In examining the variation of the steel lintel used by Hill & Smith, it was identified that a slight vertical inclination provided no material effect to the function of the lintel, and that persons of practical knowledge would understand that such an alteration provided an immaterially negligible effect upon the function of the lintel, and is therefore an infringement. This approach has been confirmed in Australia through the judgment of Populin and HB Nominees Proprietary Limited, where it was identified by the Lone Justice that a literal interpretation of patent claims will not always suffice, adopting the purposive approach used in Catnic. Consider the patenting of a standing photo frame, whereby the essential elements are the square wooden frame, glass cover, and wooden stand. A product advertised as only having a change in material of the frame, for example from wood to glass, would constitute an infringement of such a patent. Furthermore, a change in the shape of the frame to one which is circular, while being a slight deviation, would be recognized as immaterial to the functionality of the frame and therefore be classified as an infringement. In summary, in testing for infringement, by reasoning of Lord Diplock in Catnic Components, a purposive approach is adopted in ascertaining whether a patent has been infringed upon. This approach is recognized as a question of fact and looks to the intention of the patentee and addresses the specific class to which the patentee was targeting.